we do. So Silicon Valley Science Fiction Society, what the aim and the idea of creating this activity was to show that with current technologies and the advances in science, something that hasn't been possible and we're thinking about like science fiction is actually possible today. We made a few steps about it. Some events, someone might have seen that. So we talked about invisibility. We're talking about like putting living organism into places simultaneously. It was a tiny organism, but still, this was promising. And about like consciousness and how we can think about it scientifically. And I'm just going to pass this to Jenny.
Okay, thank you, Anna. So one of the common themes about all of this, it's something you read in a science fiction, but something which is already done today. For example, Dr. Z.G. Wong created a real invisibility cloak. It's real right now. Dr. Tongan Lee, our another speaker, he was actually doing the real experiment with putting living organism into places. And Adam Curry actually does the mathematical calculations to prove that collective consciousness exists. So all of those are actually scientists. It's not a science fiction anymore. People are actually already working on this. So let me say the inspiration for this talk. You know that some of you seen this. A couple of years ago, I think BBC did an interesting program on Sir Nicholas Winton, and you can see him there. And at the bottom, at some point, they asked the audience to stand up. So what Sir Nicholas Winton did during the war, during the World War II, he saved children. He saved thousands and thousands of children. Their parents just gave them up, and parents probably went to the gas chambers, but children were saved. And when the audience stood up, and you see him crying over there, is because all this audience is actually those children who grew up. Some of them became Nobel laureates, and some of them became, a lot of people grew up over there. So last year he passed away. And one of the things I started looking for is that somebody doing anything against aging, against something like that to prevent it. I mean, this probably was something which is not fair. And the first question is somebody doing anything about it? So, you know who that is, right? This is what aging did to him. This is another actress. This is what aging did to her. You know who that is? This is how he looked like. If anybody doesn't think it's a problem,